Okay, so after I came back from the grocery store tonight, in the elevator, I was talking to some girls who live in this building about what's happening with Cara Delevinge, and it looks like she's struggling from like drug addiction and mental health issues. And watching the pictures of her on the plane, so she was like getting off of a plane and she didn't have any shoes on. She's like smoking and her hair is really wild. She's got like a Free Britney t-shirt. It actually does look like she's in crisis right now and probably needs some support. As a person who has also been in crisis, I mean, you can actually force people to go seek help, but also, well, actually, no, you can't. I mean, she has to want the help for herself. Um, and so I think it's very positive that she has people around her who are supportive of her well-being and are encouraging her to go to rehab. That's like step one. That's step one, and that's a good thing that it sounds like people are doing, and they should continue to do that. And that is good, but that's kind of like all you can do. Like, she has to make the conscious decision and say, I want help, I need help. Another thing is, and I've got to say, people let a lot of shit fly in Hollywood, like that, like they just wouldn't let fly with like regular civilians. So, I mean, at least from what I've seen, some of her behavior is kind of like super erratic. And if she wasn't a celebrity, I feel like they probably would have just taken her away. But given that she is a celebrity, I suppose the behavior is just like tolerated. I don't know. Like I've said it before, but I think, when she is in a place where she wants help, and you do end up hitting a low where like you need help. But there's that, I've also got to say this, like, you don't really get to that place where you need help unless like something is like seriously going on in your life. Like, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm not a friend to her or anything, but it could be she's having relationship trouble. It could be, it's probably in one of her personal relationships, in one of her business relationships, whatever it is, she's having a really tough time and she's like hit the limit. She's like exhausted the amount of support that she could get from her inner circle. And so now she's trying to like deal with it on her own. And it does feel like, at least from what I'm seeing, she's unable to deal with like the emotional distress that this situation is causing her, which is why she's kind of like acting out in these, or I don't know if I'd even call it acting out, but that she kind of like looks the way that she does now. And her friends are telling her you should go to rehab. But also I just want to point out, like, we've kind of seen this shit before. Like, we saw it with Britney. We saw it with a lot of the the white actresses who just did not make it through this. Like Heath Ledger, Brittany Murphy, like a lot of them ended up just committing suicide. Or they just died of like drug overdoses. That's a real thing. And I don't want us to like find her body somewhere, like that would be awful, especially when there's like a chance that she could get help. When there's a chance that she could get help, I think it does feel like the people around her are encouraging her to get the help. I hope that she gets the help. I don't like watching the stories of like, Amy Winehouse and others who just, we lost them too soon. Like, we lost them too soon. They deserve to live full lives. Like, everyone deserves to live a full life. yeah, I don't know. I don't have much more to say about it than that. I really hope that she decides to get help. I mean, it's incredible how far sometimes talk therapy will take you. And I guess like one thing that I do realize is it feels like in Kara's case, she has so many people that she could actually talk to. And when I think about like myself, I didn't actually feel comfortable to talk to the people around me about what I was actually feeling, or they just lacked context they couldn't understand. Um, that could be the case for her as well. I don't think so though. But it could be because like sometimes there's certain secrets about yourself that you don't want to share with others. So even the people who believe that they know you the best and that like they're like your best friends and they feel like you could talk to them about anything, the reality is like you just don't feel safe to talk to them about whatever is actually going on with you. And so instead of like sharing the truth with them, you just say like, you just don't say anything. You know, you just kind of pretend, you gaslight your own feelings so that you remain safe in a sense. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Like everyone wants to feel safe. Everyone wants to feel safe. And if you feel too judged by the people around you, that is not safe anymore. And you probably will struggle really hard to not feel that discomfort. I don't know. That could be what's going on here.